We are in chapter 5-7. We are solving inequalities with fractions. Remember that an inequality is a greater than or equal to, a less than or equal to problem. Because of that, the inequality, we always put the solution on a number line. And because we're dealing with fractions, we need to remember to always find a common denominator when combining fractions. So let's do an example. Here I have x plus 4/7 is greater than 3. I'm going to use inverse operations to isolate the variable. Here it is right here. Here's my variable. I need to get it all alone. So I am adding 4/7 to it. If I do the opposite of that, subtracting 4/7, whatever I do to one side, I must do to the other side of the problem. And that will allow me to get x all alone. And x will be greater than the combination of 3 minus 4/7. Again, I can't really do this problem stacked on top of each other, so I'm going to go to this side. And I have 3 minus 4/7. Now I need to find a common denominator. I have a whole number and I'm subtracting a fraction, but it doesn't matter. I still need a common denominator whenever I'm working with a fraction. Okay, so if I can think of this as an improper, not a whole number, but I just write it over 1. I didn't change its value, I just made it kind of look like a fraction. And I'll have 3 over 1 minus 4/7. I need to find a common denominator. In fact, I need to find the lowest common denominator, called the LCD. And the LCD is 7. So I can rewrite both of these fractions with a denominator of 7. This one already has it, so I'm not going to change it all. And in order for that 1 to become a 7, I multiplied it by 7. So I must do the same to the numerator. And so 7 times 3 is 21. So I have 21/7. That used to be 3. Remember, 21 divided by 7 is 3. I've just changed 3 to look like a fraction with the same denominator as 4/7. Now 21/7 minus 4/7 is 17/7. I just combine the numerators once I have the same denominator. So I go back to my problem and I have x is greater than 17/7, and because it's an inequality, I am not done. That is not the entire answer. I need to graph it on a number line. So I put 0 in the middle. Because we're dealing with 17/7, I'm going to put 17/7 positive on the right side. I'm going to put negative 17/7 left of the 0. And here's just sort of a little number line. It's not perfect, but it'll work for this problem. And because it is greater than 17/7, I go to positive 17/7 here, and I use an open circle because it can't be equal to that value. And all the numbers that are greater than 17/7 are to the right, so my arrow is going that direction. So keep in mind that when I'm solving inequalities, I always have to put the solution on a number line. I need a common denominator, and I started with x plus 4/7 is greater than 3, and the solution is x is greater than 17/7, shown on my number line.